Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Stephen Robert Morse, he is an interesting gentleman. I got a chance to chat with him last week after we posted an article about him at priceofbusiness.com. Look at my section, the Kevin Price under the contributor page. You'll see that article. Really interesting conversation. Enjoyed visiting with him and learning more about his company, SkillBridge, that I think has the potential of creating a paradigm shift in his industry out there. But I'm going to let him talk about that, and you'll see why. His company, by the way, is SkillBridge, and you can learn more about them at skillbridge.com. Stephen, welcome to the program.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Just one quick correction. It's skillbridge.co. Unfortunately, someone else owns the .com, so it's skillbridge.co.
Oh, well, correction. Thank you so much for that correction. I appreciate that. Skillbridge.co. Tell us about the company. Give us your elevator speech.
Sure. So in this world, many companies need to hire business consultants, especially as we're recovering from the downturn in the economy. People need to hire consultants. They need to hire people for short-term and medium-term work. Yet the process for hiring these people can oftentimes be very painful. If you own a business, you might say, oh, do you know anyone who can do some consulting, some strategic consulting for us? You might ask your buddy that. They'll say, oh, yeah, I might know a guy or something like that. But that's not efficient. It's not effective. At SkillBridge, we have a platform where we have 3,000 and growing consultants, business consultants, high-end business consultants who are ready, willing, and able to start working for you immediately. And this is the way that the future is going in terms of work, because you need to try before you buy. That's one of our mottos here at SkillBridge, is that we believe that the short and medium-term labor force is going to be growing exponentially in coming years, because we want to help business owners connect with the best talent. For example, a person who publishes a book about marijuana wants to grow his business. He comes to us and says, wait, I want to find a marijuana marketing consultant to work for. And this is a very niche, very specific industry that he wants to find a consultant for. We have 5 people who do that on our platform. And he chooses which one he wants to hire, and we get that person started within 24 hours of contacting us.
So
and that's why we're really unique.
There's other companies that are similar to this. How would you say you're different?
Sure. There are a couple of other open marketplaces, right, like Elance and Odesk, where you're outsourcing labor. However, at SkillBridge, we are a curated marketplace where you tell us what your project need is. We have an algorithm, and based on your project need, we search through that algorithm, and we use it to find the best possible consultants for you. On these other open platforms, you might have to have 20 conversations with people. Some of them might be in India or Thailand or Russia to find out who can actually do the work for you. Most of the SkillBridge workforce is domestic. However, if you do need someone with international expertise, we also have talented people throughout the world working for us. So, we might cost a little bit more than using one of these other services. However, what you're going to get for your money is far better.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense, and and the truth of this is that you're growing and growing quickly. Talk about your growth.
Sure. I mean, we're signing up 400 consultants a month right now, and that's really great because it's going to give businesses the opportunities to find people who are going to be best matched for their services. We've had over 300 project requests come in from businesses, and we've been able to serve many of those businesses, most of those businesses, to really help them find the best consultants. And I think that kind of growth is just indicative of the way the economy is right now and the way that business is growing. But sometimes, for example, say you need a market map made, and maybe your business, maybe you're looking to acquire another business in an area of synergy for your business, but you don't know exactly where to start. You hire a SkillBridge consultant. They come in for a week. They create a market map for you. And bam, you can really narrow down your targets. But again, 70% of our consultants work virtually, so you don't even need someone to come in. But if you want someone to come in, we're happy to send someone in.
Yeah,
that's a pretty interesting model too, because we believe in freedom in the workplace for workers. All of our workers are opting into projects. It's not like if you worked at a large consulting firm like Bain or McKinsey, where they would say, son, you've got to go work in Iowa next week for the next 4 months, and you have to go to Iowa from Monday to Thursday every week and work on a project at a coal plant. But maybe you don't believe in that coal plant. Maybe you're not interested in in working for a coal plant. Maybe you're interested in working in media, or you're interested in working in telecom, or you're interested in working in, in some other field. So in that sense, every project is opt-in, so you get consultants who are really excited about working for your company, whatever your company does. So that's also a really unique element of SkillBridge.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. And so, and as far as companies you work with, how large are the companies that are coming to you to use your services?
Sure. So we've worked with people who have simple ideas, and they might think, I want to create a startup, in this industry, whatever that industry is. But then we've also worked with Fortune 1000 companies like Estee Lauder. We've worked with well-funded startups like Warby Parker, the eyeglasses startup, and we've worked with private equity firms like SFW Capital, who have used us, for their various portfolio companies. So that, in that sense, we've really worked with a diverse range of companies in terms of their sizes, and that's the great thing. It's a plug-and-play model where you plug in a consultant, and then you can use us for whatever size business or even an idea that you have.
Yeah, very cool. How do we get more information?
Well, obviously at skillbridge.co, skillbridge.co. If anyone wants to email me, they can contact me at Stephen, STEPHEN, at skillbridge.co, and I'm happy to answer any questions. And, we think that, we need to change behavior. We need to change behavior to convince people that they can go onto the Internet to find and hire the best possible consultants. Right now, people don't necessarily have the level of trust that we would like for them to have on the Internet, yet 100% of our projects have been successful so far because we project manage and we make sure that we're only going to connect you with the best consultants, and we check in regularly to make sure that every project is going as planned. We're really trying to change that consumer behavior.
I like it. Got to wrap it up. And again, I want to encourage people to learn more about it. Stephen Robert Morse, he's with skillbridge.co. That's skillbridge.co. When we come back,
Thank you so much.
You bet. When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here can be found over there at usadareview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and this is The Price of Business.